Do you see my face? Do you see my smile? Because Italians, generally speaking, are pretty sedentary, they're not moving every year or every few years. Renovating a rental apartment in Italy, I'm not gonna say it's super common, but it's something that people do. This apartment is close to the metro, it's close to my son's school, it's safe, we have a lot of parks nearby. So basically we were like, let's do it. Hi, my name is Thea Duncan, and my husband and I renovated our 3-bedroom, 2-bath apartment in Milan, Italy. Hello, welcome to my home in Milan. Benvenuti. I fell in love with Italy back in 2003. I was lucky enough to come here as an exchange student. So when the exchange program was done, I went back to the States, but I was determined to figure out a way to get back to Italy. Milan is basically like the industrial, the work capital of Italy. People move from all parts of the country and now all parts of the world to live here. And because we have so many people coming in, whether they're students or professionals, the housing market is hot. So renting an apartment in Italy is like completely different. Contracts here are generally 4+4. So it's a 4-year contract with the possibility of renewing for another 4 years. A lot of foreigners get scared by that, and I like to say it basically means that you've locked in a price, more or less, except for like government standardized inflation, for about 8 years. So I think ours has gone up like $100 in the past 3 years that we've lived here. We wanted something in the same neighborhood. We wanted something, obviously, ideally, more or less the same price. And eventually we saw this property. The apartment basically hadn't been touched in about 40 years. The previous tenants had lived here that long, and the only thing that they had changed was basically the bathrooms. I mean, it was ugly. It was really, really ugly. I think the only reason it didn't scare me is because we had already done a similar renovation of an apartment before that, and we already knew the neighborhood. Because you can get these government incentives, whether you're owning or renting, it does sometimes make sense to go ahead and just do the work yourself. You get to put your own personal imprint, your own personal style on an apartment that way. Some of the things that we had to change were very structural. For example, we had to completely rewire the apartment because the electrical system wasn't up to date anymore. We added an air conditioning because that was one of our non-negotiables, having air conditioning here in Milan. We sanded all the wood flooring in the apartment. We knocked down 2 walls, we changed about 3 doors, we redid one of the bathrooms. That includes the architect, the permits that we pulled, and I think it also includes a little bit of the money that we spent on furniture, because that's some of the things that you got back in tax incentives. The kitchen and the bathroom were the rooms that I think needed the most amount of work. We ended up gutting it out completely, moving all of the sanitari, as they say in Italian. We changed the faucets. We added the tiles. We found this cute little, really friendly family-owned company that we sourced it from. And I picked the hexagon shape because in my time in New York, I always loved the hexagon shape. I love to cook. My husband loves to cook. Our life revolves around food. I like to say I live in Italy for the food. And this kitchen was actually really scary and really ugly. And so what we did is we took the kitchen from the old place and we brought it to the new place. And I love that because I loved when I saw the movers like literally moving our sink. And this is our favorite room, the living room. We knocked down the wall that used to be here. This wall came all the way from that column to this column. So we decided to take that away to give us a few more inches here in the living room since it's our main living space. This is Lorenzo's room. We like it, he likes it. We obviously put the nice big map in here. And that's a lot of fun because we point out the things on the map. And so he'll sometimes like stand on the bed and we'll point out places. And I like it because I feel like it brings our two worlds together. Milan has so much to offer, whether it is the restaurants that are here. I'm a huge foodie, so having an array of food to eat, whether it be Milanese, Roman, Fiorentino, even Venetian cuisine, you can get that in Milan. There are art museums, galleries. There's a lot of like parks for kids. We're close to Lake Como. We're 2 hours away from Genova on the seaside. We're able to source ingredients from farmers that literally live right outside the city. So we get pasture-raised eggs from a farmer that's like 30 minutes outside the city. When it comes to fresh, delicious produce, that is relatively easy and accessible here. Do you see my face? Do you see my smile? I absolutely love raising my son here in Italy. It has been an overwhelmingly like beautiful, gorgeous, happy experience. I feel that children are brought in to the family, they're brought into the culture here, and they're not set off aside, or it's not that the minute that mommy and daddy have kids, they don't have a social life or they don't have friends anymore. For the moment, the plan is to stay here in Milan. We'll see how much longer that is. God willing, if I get my way, I will get a house in the Italian countryside. We'll see how long it takes me to manifest that into our lives. I don't see myself moving to the United States. I do love my life here. I love the fact that when I walk downstairs and we go in front of a cafe, they wave and they say hi. I love the fact that the culture and the history and the art is so accessible here for such an affordable price. I do still feel American. I will always feel American. It will always be home. But I guess now Milan, Italy is my home away from home. That's now my home.